Okay. Lobito. Morning. Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily
Hey,
You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Today is a special day. Sometime in the 70s, when the Beatles, some of you younger people don't know this, but you catch up. When the Beatles were going towards the end of their career as a group, a new group emerged in the UK. If I'm not wrong, I think it must have been about 1971. And the group was made up mainly of Ghanaians, and you had Teddy Osei, you had Sola Matthew and others. You had Nigeria's Lofty Amao, who was also the saxophonist of the band. There was somebody called Spartacus R. I think he's from Trinidad and Tobago. Later on, you had Kiki Gian. And around 1975, you had our own Nigerian, Michael Odumosu, joined the band way back in 1975. And I must say that it was with pride that I wore his T-shirt in university. At 75, I think I was in my first year in university, that I wore it all over town until until it completely worn out. And Osibisa made there was Ikobi Aye, that was a very popular one. But one of the very popular ones that came out later again was a Coffee in Brazil. I've forgotten the real title, Coffee in Brazil. Anyway, it turns out that many years later, at the age of, I think it was in the early 80s, Teddy Osei passed away about 2 weeks ago of the Osibisa. And I said to myself, we will not let his passing go without me paying some tribute to somebody who was part of forming my life in music. I mean, after Fela back then, it was Osibisa. And Osibisa shook the world. I remember that the tour of Japan then. It really shook the world. And to some of you, why are you looking so Sheriff is completely lost there. I know. But so history was made way back then. Now, to pay tribute to Teddy Osei are two well-respected Nigerian musicians from way back. One is Mr. Michael Odumosu, who joined Osibisa, I think, now let me get my facts. It must have been in 75 anyway, for me to have worn his T-shirt. Couldn't have been after that. Mr. Michael Odumosu is joining us from the United Kingdom. Morning, Mr. Odumosu. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, fantastic. And
Good morning.
Yes, morning. And also joining us is one and only Lobito, Gadilaja, who is in the circuits in Lagos. Morning, Lobito. How are you?
good morning. I'm good.
Yeah, good. Okay. Please, listeners, you bear with us. We are doing this thing by Zoom, and therefore we get what will be like some kind of delayed response. Okay, meaning that there would be like half a minute in between when I ask the question and when it is replied. So please bear with us. It's
Half a second.
half a second. Half a second. Okay. Okay. Let me start with Mr. Odumosu. Morning, sir. Can you were part of a CBSA, so you probably know the history 10 times better than I do. What are the names of those who formed the group in the first instance?
Right. The names you meant?
Yes, of the
asking the names of the people.
The original CBSA, yes, I formed the group, yes.
Okay. The original CBSA were Teddy Osei, Sola
Matthew, yes.
Mark Tonto.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark Tonto. Spartacus R, that was on the bass guitar.
Yes.
And then Lofty Amao.
Yes.
And I think that was the Beautiful Seven they were called at the time.
What about Wendell, sir? Wendell Richardson.
Oh yes, Wendell Richardson. Sorry, I omitted that.
Yes.
Robert Bailey.
Robert Bailey.
Robert Bailey.
He was on
Robert
keyboards.
Bailey as well, yes.
On keyboards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Obsibisa were making a very big impact about the time you joined them. Were you invited, or you
Yes.
what were the circumstances under which you joined the band then?
The circumstances was that their first tour of Nigeria or Africa's, it was designed at the time. We actually launched the group BLO,
Yes.
supporting the band.
Oh yes,
and we did the tour with them
yes, I remember.
in Nigeria. So when I arrived in United Kingdom, I attended. They were playing at the Roundhouse, so I was invited, and I went for the show. And Bob Okonedo, late now,
Yes.
who was also part of the management team, saw me in the audience and was so excited. He said, "Listen, I'm sure Teddy and the rest of the group would like to see you because they spoke a lot about you." So I said, "Okay, fine, why not? Let's go meet them." And I went to meet them at the dressing room. And after the show, they collected my telephone number and said they would get in touch with me, which they did. And that was the beginning of my journey with them.
So who did you replace in the band, sir, at that time?
At the time, Freddie Coker came to Nigeria with the band.
Yeah.
And when they got back, Freddie left the band. So I was replacing Freddie Coker.
Which instrument do you play, sir? Is bass or lead guitar?
Bass guitar.
I play the bass guitar.
You play the bass guitar, okay. So you are not the recording. You are not in recording of Aikobi Aye and those ones. I think your first recording would be Coffee in Brazil, right?
No. My first recording with the band was the first single hit that they had, Sunshine Day.
Okay. Lobito, at the time, Mr. Odumosu created a gap in Blow. Who filled in that gap? Because there was Mr. Lalo Akins and Beckley Jones.
So who you mean
in Blow? Yes.
Yeah. B.D. Wright, I think, was playing the bass.
Yes, B.D. Wright.
And then Mike, my cousin, Mike Odumosu replaced him. Replaced B.D. Wright.
You've established that you and Mr. Odumosu are cousins, okay? It is
I know now, Odumosu.
I know. I'll always try to throw in a crack. A crack or two. Mr. Odumosu, what do you remember most about Teddy Osei? I'm asking this in the sense that the bulk of the musicians in Osibisa then were Ghanaians. And did you feel very much, because by the time you joined, I think Lofty had left them.
Yes, Lofty has left.
He had left. And I think
yes.
So how did you feel? Would Osibisa be described as basically a Ghanaian band or an African band?
No, I wouldn't say that. The concept was a combination of Africans, the Caribbean, all Africans, born in different parts of the world. So it was my own interpretation of the combination of Osibisa.
Yes,
I will say that it was intentional formula to promote African music and culture. So, and that's why they call it the crisscross rhythm that explode with happiness.
But somewhere along the line, the band couldn't, by the time they were playing Coffee in Brazil, that heavy African impact was slowly eroding. Do you agree with me? If you look at the initial ones, like Kobe Aye, the Wayas, there was a very strong presence of the African beat, but by the time they got to Coffee in Brazil, they were more rock oriented. Am I right, or you don't agree with me?
You're right, but then again, you have to appreciate that the music is a music business. So a lot of the times, decisions are made by the record company in order to find a way to promote the band, to reach a bigger audience. So the direction into, as you called it, rock music, was intentional as well.
Oh, I see.
Because when we had the Sunshine Day, which was the first hit single, that went in the chart, and we started performing on Top of the Pops. Then we did an international tour with that song. Then we went back into the studio and recorded Dance the Body music.
Yes.
And after that, I think the record company, the management company and the record company were also looking at how best can we reach more audience, and probably the younger audience as well. And that's probably why Coffee in Brazil was recorded. I played on that Coffee in Brazil as well.
Yes, I remember. You had a very nice hat on in the album cover then. Lobito, what's
Thank you. Lobito, very kind.
Lobito, what Mr. Zunzo has referred to now is exactly what Fela resisted back home. Fela resisted any form of influence in his music. What do you make out of that? And I think also, to some extent, Orlando Julius too stayed African. What do you make of that?
Well, as for Osibisa, I think, like Mike said, Mike said, they started with this very strong African presence in their music. Percussions, heavy percussions. They will go into a percussion break, and and that used to hypnotize a lot of people. Their very first show in America, the Osibisa's very first show, I think 1972, was at Crampton Auditorium at Harvard University. I was at Howard then, and we witnessed that show. Me and so many other Nigerians, Yomito Kosi, Jumal Alabi, Dapo Adegoke, Tonyo Dubeson. We were Nigerian students at Howard, and we felt very proud. We learned that Osibisa was coming. And they played their very first show at Crampton Auditorium, and the audience went wild. Black American students, that's what they were called. And then when they went into that percussion session in Kobe Aye and all that, the entire hall became spiritualized. They were charged because they've never seen anything like that before. So those were the kind of qualities that brought Osibisa closer to the American audience. Now, if you were talking about their music developing or transitioning into a much more rocky type of music, that was expected. Because don't forget that those days were the days of Jimi Hendrix.
Yes.
Jimi Hendrix died in September 1970. When the Richardson, who is the lead singer for Osibisa at inception, was already playing like Jimi Hendrix when he takes his solos, So I was expecting that their music will change a little bit, and that was what happened. By the time Mike joined, Fred Coker joined, Mike joined, and then the music started to change. In fact, me and Osaze Yamu did an interview with Teddy Osei in 2006 or so. We went to his house, and Teddy told me, and it's on tape, it's on video. We will release that video very soon. He said that it was when Mike joined Osibisa that the fortunes of the band started to change. And I agree to that, because that was when they did sunshine in the air. Everybody do what you're doing. Trying to make the sunshine. Mike was on the bass there. He told us.
But I want you to put it in context.
Yes, he told us it's on tape.
I wanted to put it in context of what the rumor we had also was that the to put it bluntly, white supremacy of music tried to stifle the African content, which Fela resisted. You have 2 minutes to react to that.
Yeah, the Osibisa's management was a white Jerry Brown.
Yeah,
Jerry Brown, number 1 Oxford Street. I was so very close to the band. You know, even in England, when they came to America, and I went to see them in England. They had a white management. I don't think the white people had, sorry to say white people. I don't think there was any influence on the Osibisa's band. They decided themselves where they wanted to take their music to. There's a different concept from Fela. Fela was a band leader. He wrote everything for his musicians. He wrote the bass, the guitar, the tenor guitar. Osibisa was like a group of people, of musicians, talented musicians from different parts of the world, black people. So they come to the rehearse, and everybody was free to bring in their feelings into the music. Fela's music was strictly Fela. He wrote the parts for everybody. You know, you cannot play out of the box. You have to follow the master. You know, where he allowed Tony Allen to improvise a little bit, you know, and he allowed Tony Allen to improvise a little bit.
Okay, we'll soon take a break. We'll soon take a break.
So we'll see Bisa. Yeah.
Oh, we'll soon take a break.
Okay.
We'll open up our lines when we do come back. The number to call is 0201-277-0993, and the female line is 0201-465-7190. I have Mr. Michael Dumosu and Mr. Gbega Delaja, who we fondly call Miss Lobito. And we will take our calls as and when due. We are doing a tribute to Teddy Osei. Even this now is becoming more of a historical perspective of the music of that time, but no apologies really. When we come back, we'll focus definitely on Teddy Osei and his contribution to music. What we'll do is that I'm looking forward to a day when Mr. Udumosu and Gbega will both be in Lagos. Then without all these little problems we have in connection, we'll be able to have a rollicking time. So take a break, gentlemen. Have a coffee. We'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Exciting conversation.
Is it a problem when you can't stop yourself from checking the social media?
So let me drop it for a day and discover that you can actually drop it, no problem. Yes. Then you're not addicted. You just have this bad habit of always pressing your phone.
Do you know, even though I'm hungry, I'm begging people, please give me something I want to eat. Immediately they give me the money. I will just tell myself playing this game. I want to win for 8,200.
Stay with 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
You define better odd. I be you one play cause over 1.5. I be you one bet. Say both team no go score at all. Yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chapter out. You know they for best baba. We win money, best baba. Cash out today easy or best baba. We get online games for you to play. I got all I want. Yeah, we get better bonus. And in another yeah, now bet Baba day so. Cash up, no sharp. No darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Anything I want.
Mama, they don't dash me 20,000 naira. Woof!
My pikin, who they dash 20,000 naira for this kind time?
That they dash everybody will get smart cash account 20,000 naira.
You mean them go dash me 20,000 naira a woof too?
Yes, so mama. That they dash all old and new two smart cash users 20,000 naira.
Oh yeah, tell your yard people make them dial star 939 hash or download smart cash app to open their own account. Make them self-enjoy 20k a woof. Every time when you buy airtime or pay bills with smart cash, you go chop inside your 20k. Terms and conditions they shall.
I don't see my owner woof. Oh.
Smart cash powered by Airtel.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Are you a business owner struggling with how you buy, record, store, and sell your products effectively? Look no further. Manage your processes smarter with Paybox 360.
Imagine receiving orders from multiple channels, whether it's web POS, offline POS, through instant web, mobile phones, or microsites.
Paybox 360 helps you stay ahead with automated reordering to restock effortlessly.
And there's more. You also get a free POS system for seamless transactions, built-in accounting tools to track your finances effortlessly.
Whether you're running a supermarket, restaurant, chain of stores, or a single outlet, Paybox 360 gives you the tools to simplify operations.
Paybox 360 also offers powerful modules like HR management to automate payroll and offer employee benefits and spend management to track expenses and budgets seamlessly. Dial star 347 star 180 star 15 hash or call us at 020-133-00172 today.
Paybox 360. Buy, store, sell, and succeed.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of Knorr seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
I miss the man I married. He never said no to anything I asked him to buy. But since he made massive profits from his first home in Horizon Estates, everything changed. Now, all he seems to do with his money is buy more homes at Horizon Estates because he wants more massive profits. New car?
No, let's save up to buy a home in Horizon Estates.
Vacation with the kids?
No, now. A home in Horizon Estates will pay for it later.
Even in his sleep.
Horizon
Estates. Give me back my husband.
If you must be complained about, let it be for a good reason, like earning massively from a home in Lekki.
Own a two-bed apartment in Oniru, Victoria Island at 172.5 million naira outright payment when you buy 3 units.
Terms and conditions apply. For more details, call 0700-123-9002 or visit hzelekki.com or visit our office at 3rd Roundabout Access, Lekki Phase 1.
Hey! That time of the year don't reach again, oh! Glow Festival of Joy promo don't land gidigba. And we dey make them happen heavy with break-it-up prices. Here am now, 5 Tierra Toyota Prados, 5 Cha-Cha Kia Picantos. No be smart, you know. It go even heavy vaso. Sake of say 15 keke napep still there for win. Plus 150 generators, 200 sewing machines, and 300 grinding machines. You see the wait? Make yourself be one of the lucky winners in the Glow Festival of Joy promo. Just dial star 611 hash. Choose your price and recharge now with Shinkly money. Where small reach 1,000 naira, go reach 100,000 naira. Make you forget better chance to win ogbonge prizes from Glow. Promo go start from October 1 till the end of January 2025. Glow Festival of Joy promo get carry go stamp by the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) and the National Lottery Regulatory Commission (NLRC). Terms and conditions there.
Unlimited.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, and dirty shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and I still have, we're paying tribute to Teddy Osei of Osibisa, and I still have with me Mr. Michael Dumosu, who was a member of the band, and our own renowned musician back home, Mr. Gbega Adelaja, also known as Lobito. And we want to pay tribute to Teddy Osei, but we wasted so much time going down memory lane, but that was a sweet thing to do. So now we'll talk specifically about Teddy Osei. Mr. Dumosu, what are the things you remember about Teddy Osei? Specifically, what are the things you remember about him?
Well, they're all good things about him. He was talented.
Yes.
He was also very focused and accommodating as well. Although he didn't, is not the chatty type. But when you're around him and you could feel that you have something to say that might be useful to whatever is going on that is going on in his mind, he will give you an audience and engage with you on that. Well, nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
But then again, he led the band based on his own ideology and his dreams about promoting the African music and culture as well. And yeah, that's much as I can say about him.
But by the time, when did Osibisa break up?
I don't know what do you mean by when did they break up?
Okay,
what do you mean by that?
when did the band stop being active in the playing scene?
Well, to my knowledge, they were still active until they passed.
I see.
Because quite often I will get a call from friends here in London that, oh, by the way, Osibisa is playing somewhere in East London. Are you coming? I said, I'm not aware of that. So he kept it going somehow.
But you left the band, right?
I left the band, yes. I was with the band for about 6 years.
Yes. So
and I moved on to something else.
Oh, you don't play music anymore?
Not professionally, if I can put it that way.
Okay. Okay, so I can assume you probably play in church or something?
Yes, I am an IT consultant.
Oh, I see. So you moved on to you've left. But did you ever play when Kiki Gian was there? Were you with the band when Kiki Gian was playing?
Yes, yes. Kiki was in the band before. Okay, let me retract. By the time I joined the band, Kiki was around and he was living with Mark Tonto because they brought him from Ghana.
Okay.
And so at the time I joined the band, there was one or two people that were brought into the band. For example, Kofi Aibo,
yes,
Kiki Gan, and myself. So the three of us were brought in at the specific time in 1975 when we started recording the single, and we recorded about 3 albums. I recorded about 3 albums with the band, and one live album at the Royal Albert Hall. After that, they did a couple of albums as well, which I didn't play on. So I'm not aware that they actually disbanded.
Do you have any tracks that you recorded that the band played? Is there any track that was your recording that the band played?
Are you asking me?
Yes. If there's any of the songs that they played that were composed by you,
the track that Mike wrote.
That you wrote, yes.
Well, I contributed a lot to all the songs that we recorded together.
It's co-writer.
I co-wrote. But there is also. Go ahead. Yep, I'm listening.
Okay, Lobito, which of the music of Osibisa, which is the most remarkable to you? Which is the one every time you think of Osibisa, that one track?
That one track I love so much with those about from Osibisa was written by Lofty Amao. And it's titled Rabiatu.
Rabiatu, yes, that's right.
Rabiatu. Yeah.
Yes,
Rabiatu.
Well, for me...
Although they came up with Wango,
No, for me, my major...
later on, go ahead.
For me, my major music that I enjoyed so much was the earlier ones when I think of Rabiatu, Beautiful 7. That Woyaya album, of course, is my best album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way. It's a pity.
Yeah.
I wanted us to play 1 or 2 tracks of Osibisa, but it's the very system we are using for Zoom that we would have used to play the music. So we can't play. We can't play what. Our lines are open now for anyone who likes to contribute and play. But Lobito, you said you met Teddy Osei. What do you remember of him?
Teddy Osei was the leader of Osibisa when they came to America for the first time. I told you their first concert was at Crampton Auditorium. And we, some African students, we forced our way into the dressing room. Because we wanted, not that we forced our way, but we went into the dressing room.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this is our brothers and we want to be with them before they go on stage. And so I met Teddy, I met Solama, I met the whole band, And but later on, when I traveled to England, I used to visit Solamafio at number 57 Marchmont Avenue, close to Russell Square, and the whole band used to come there. At that time, Kofi Aibo had joined the band, and Teddy Osei was living in Kingsbury, somewhere in Kingsbury, outside London. To me, Teddy was a well-focused man. He was the spirit behind the band.
Yes.
Because he was the founder. He brought everybody else together. And don't let us forget Remy Kabaka, who was also a foundation member of Osibisa, but he never played with them on stage or recorded with them. But yes, he's a foundation member of Osibisa. But he did not play with them. He was there when they were putting the band together. Before they started to play music together, they knew themselves. They nurtured that concept. Remy told me this, and I wish we would have been able to get him to be part of this.
Why didn't he play with them though?
Somewhere in Oakland, So
Lobito, why didn't
that one? I don't know. That
you don't know. Okay, we have a caller, please.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe I will ask him.
Okay. We have a caller. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. JD.
Morning.
This is Helen calling from Ikorodu.
Yes.
Okay. So I'd like to ask your guest a question.
Yes.
He mentioned Kiki
yes.
as being part of the group, the original group. Is it the same Kiki Gian that was with Bonnie M?
Lobito, is it the same Kiki Gian? Was Kiki Gian other with Bonnie M?
No.
I don't think so. I think it's past. I think it's past. Abi? Lobito. Kiki passed.
Kiki died,
Yeah, Kiki
yes,
died.
Kiki died. Kiki died.
He died. Unfortunately. She's gone.
May he so rest in peace.
May he so Mr. Jones.
And the others too.
Yes. Mr. Zumosu, so there was never any attempt to bring you, because later Osibisa had a group of younger people and they were trying to get the band up and doing and play one or two shows. There was never any attempt to bring you in to play with the band at that time. Hello?
You mean after I've left the band?
Yes, there was a kind of Osibisa reunion, which of course it couldn't produce the Osibisa fever that all of us knew.
Well, I don't think because I moved on to something else.
Oh, I see.
I was also trying to record my own materials as a solo artist, which I did. I also recorded some tracks with Lobito in England. So and after that, I think I had a record label.
Okay.
Released one or two materials on the label, but then the music trend has shifted.
Yes.
By that time, so unless you are prepared to go into playing actual rock music,
yes,
there wasn't a demand for the so-called African music that we were playing at the time.
But I'm sure you've seen now, contemporarily in today's music, the attention has shifted again. Though what you have, the attention you have is on the pakpakpa beat, something not that heavy African percussion thing. More electronic, if you ask me.
Yes. Yes, more electronic.
More electronic.
And so really, it doesn't showcase your musicianship.
Yes.
Because you're working with technical. Well, Boyga knows much about that because he's a keyboard player.
Yes.
And most of these tools revolved around his area of competency. If I must say that.
Lobito is into contemporary music. He understands that genre. I find it extremely frustrating. Having grown up in the era when people wanted to see the prowess of individual musicians. You wanted to hear solos, trumpet solos, saxophone solos, guitar solos, like Jimi Hendrix, or Carlos Santana solos. To put it in the words of Lobito himself, he says, when Carlos Santana plays his guitar, I have goose pimples. Lobito mowire. Okay, I think we have one or two more callers and we'll be done for the day. The two callers have disappeared. So, Mr. Dumaso, has Teddy been buried? Has he been buried?
Has he
been buried?
I didn't hear that.
Has he been buried? Did you say?
No, not to my knowledge. No, no, he's not been buried yet.
But I assume you'll be attending the funeral.
Well, if he's here in London, yes, I will.
Okay, because
I owe him that anyway.
You know him that. We have a caller here again. Hello, good morning. We lost that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy. My name is Peter Boyna from Shangutedu.
Thank you.
A great fun to have your guest on show because at least while we were growing up, I listened to this group, especially Sunshine Day. I want to ask this because when we were listening, then we were growing up, I was thinking that they were more of a Nigerian group. Then you just said, what necessitated the name Usibisa? For me, I was thinking that it's from the Delta, how do I put climb of Nigeria. So what necessitated that name Usibisa? Good morning.
Okay. Mr. Mike, he's asking what is the meaning of the word Osibisa. I thought it was a Nigerian name from Wari.
No, Osibisa is a Ghanaian, Ghanaian, yes. But to be honest with you, I don't. You have to ask a Ghanaian that speaks their language what Osibisa really means.
Oh, maybe Lobito would know. Lobito, do you know what Osibisa means? Hello? Lobito, do you know what Osibisa means? And I want Kofi Batters is not anywhere. Well, what we heard is it was definitely Ghanaian, and I think it had to do with the crisscross rhythms. I miss the old Osibisa with that heavy African percussions when they moved towards. But you were playing rock in blow, though, Mr. Dumosu. You are playing rock music.
Yes. Yes, I was.
I remember one of your tracks,
Yes.
one of the major tracks, BLO. I remember very well. It was rock music. And we had all these bands then, Black Zenith and all these other bands playing then. By the way, the poster that was used to advertise the show where you played with Blow, I saw the poster somewhere around the social media recently. I think you opened the show for them.
Really?
Yes, I saw it around.
Yes, we did.
And let me quickly ask you: do you still have any of your Sibisa T-shirts that I can steal from? The one I used to wear proudly in September, it no longer fits me. Babati Yoko. Okay.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. And
that was a long time.
It brings back. Where is Lobito? I can't find him. Lobito, are you still here?
He's there.
He's there. Where is he?
He's there.
You said something. Hello?
Lobito.
Lobito. Okay. We have another call.
I think you've lost the...
We've lost his audio. Yeah.
Hello?
You are calling from a noisy background. Can we hear you? Hello? He's gone. Okay, Mr. Dumoso, I'd like to thank you so much for taking out time to pay a tribute to, especially on a working day in the cold winter. What is the weather like now? Very cold? So
very cold indeed, yes.
So you are going back to bed?
Not really. I'm already up now.
Yeah, already up.
Well, thank you for having me on your show.
Yes, thank you very much. It's been.
And may that you say so. Rest in peace.
Amen. A final word with Lobito. What happened to him? We lost Lobito. He's there, but we can't hear him. I don't know what. I'm frustrated about all this. Okay, so that's where we'll end our show for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow on the Daily Digest, I have a 16-year-old sheriff. I have a 16-year-old who has a cake company. Would you believe that? I have a 16-year-old who has a cake. She does cakes. Tobi Oduwole. She does cakes. So I'm going to bring her in tomorrow. I'll leave her mother at the gate. You know, mothers, influences, and children. So I'll leave her serving notice to her mom. She will be at the gate and Toby will be here. I wanted to order cakes so that you could taste part of her cake. And she sent me a proper invoice. I tweeted the invoice. You saw it? Yes. I tweeted the invoice from well organized. 16. So she'll be here tomorrow. And along the music genre on Saturday, tomorrow is Friday, Abi. On Saturday, I'm going to have our own Yeni Kuti. Now, Yeni Kuti, of course, is the daughter of Fela Nikolakwo Kuti. the sister of Femi Kuti, and the aunt of my very good baby, Made Kuti. Now, Yanni Kuti's mom was Fela's wife till she died. She never, to the best of my knowledge, they never divorced or anything, and they were married under the Act. And of course, you can jolly well imagine what her life was like. In between all that, Fela married 27 wives and all that. But she put a book together, which I'm reading, I think, for the second time. The book was given to me by the one and only Theo Lawson. He sent it to me. And so Yanni Kuti is going to be here on Saturday to talk about the book of the life and times of Remi Kuti, Mrs. Remi Kuti, who of course was Fela's wife, and have various experiences. So on Saturday, I can't wait. Of course, you know my whatever with the Kutis. I can't wait for Saturday to come to sit down with Yanni and yak about the various things, the travels of Fela. She'll talk about when Fela married 27 wives. By the way, where is Mrs. Oboli?
Oh, yes.
You got her yesterday?
No, I wasn't able to.
Oh, okay, but we'll get her today. Mrs. Oboli, let me prick your heart a little bit. Imagine Mrs. Oboli wakes up one day and says he wants to marry 27 wives. That's what she had to face. After marrying somebody in the UK and so on and so forth, then one day he says he wants to marry his 27 wives. So it's a very beautiful book. Let me run a quick commercial. The marketing people are on holiday. It's a book you must buy. It's a book you must read. And it's that kind of book you pick it up, you don't want to, being a Fela fan makes it worse for you. So that's what we're going to do on Saturday. And remember, next week, we're going back to Didi Ajani, who wrote an analysis of why the opposition would never be able to take over government in 2027. Whether politicians, the likes of Fuadoki, like it or not, the race for 2027 has started on our own part. We will not be caught unawares, Abby. Mm-hmm. We will not be caught unawares. If they like, they can play all the taxes and games, the denials. But our eyes don't open. Now, Nigerians have a choice. There will be no excuses in 2027. You can't say you are caught by surprise. And it will be a very simple choice. You can't embellish it. You can't do anything. You will sit down and ask yourself, are you happy with where you are? If you want to go along that trajectory, you move on. And then if you want to change, you move on. It's very simple. Don't expect any analysis from anybody. I'd like to also use this opportunity to say congratulations to my friend, in spite of the circumstances, Mr. Kade Okwaifa, who is the new MD of Railways. We're waiting for him to come and tell us here what plans he has. Adama Watenyabi. Amaloba. No, not in Ajoka. Sherry, thank you. This Ashwebi is beautiful. Nice. What color are you wearing tomorrow?
I don't know.
Jennifer and I are wearing the same color. See you all tomorrow at 9. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.